Hello everybody. I didn't like, oh, here we are another day, and had a web work almost all day. I got like maybe 45 minutes before I should head to the gym, but I'm going to do a little bit of carving, and it was nagging on my head overnight that I wasn't happy with the curve of the rollover, so I just sanded off the primer and rebonded it and reshaped it and put a little shot of paint on it again so I can see it looks okay. And I did it with the master in the machine. A little in-progress adjustment. There will probably be others because I kind of hurried this along because it's for myself. When it's for somebody else, super picky, although then it takes forever. Anyway, I'm going to eyes, ears, nose, and get the machine turned on. Alright, there's always something. So even though I got a brace in the middle, there's usually a little bit of flex here in the wrist, and I still have I don't know, about an 1/8 inch or 3/32 left to carve, so the little bit of bounce I'm getting is not really a problem right now, but it's about to be when I get down to the final level. So the scissors jack that I usually use for this was too tall. One of them is broke. Anyway, it'll take a few minutes and find a way to get this braced underneath so I don't have this flex. The problem with the flex is if the stylus comes down here and flexes the master down, the router bit just got too far. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, that's better. Jeez, it takes a lot to make me happy. So I'm remembering, I noticed this yesterday, and I wish I'd remembered when I did this Bondo. But I'm going to mix up a little batch of Bondo. There's a little section here that was overcut from whatever machine cut this mystery firearm stock that I'm using. The little extra removed wood here that I want to fill that in. I'm still, like an 1/8 inch excess, so we're good. So I'm going to mix up a little batch and get that drying while I cut up here. Looking good. I'm going to shape this Bondo while it's half cured. Okay, I tied a knot in the plug, the wire. It was the electrical lead for the router. Came unplugged from the ceiling, where there's a drop. Now there's a knot. Okay, here we go. Connecting rod came off. Put the spring clip on, hold it on. Oh, and I was wanting to mention, if you guys are doing this with one of those eBay machines or your own homemade machine, if you don't do many, you may not have discovered what I found, so I'll just share it with you. That a couple of things I pay attention to is that the stylus should be perpendicular to the local area that's being worked. That's why you see me rotate it rather than just running off the side, because when you get down to a steep angle, I don't know, things get weird. It's like most accurate if you're perpendicular. And then the other thing is with curves, I find it's better to go this way with the curve rather than this way. And so like on the other, well, like here, for example, I would go this way across the curve rather than this way, for the most part. Well, I guess that's as good a place as any to take a break and go to the gym, as if that's not a workout enough working this machine. But it looks like there's a gun stock inside of this block of wood, and it wants to come out. Yep, look at that. So I got another, that was about an hour session, and maybe a bit more than that, but I probably got another couple hours working this down to the final level and getting it nice and pretty. I see some flaws in the wood here that are going to have to be filled. Pretty good sized little pockets. And then there was that, this might be related to that branch. Oh no, that branch is up here. Yeah, that's going to be a whole nother fun thing. I can't wait to see what we're going to reveal there. But that's okay. This now in the commercial world, that's how I got this. This got sent back to the mill because the blank had flaws. So then the mills I go to, they offer the mass production people a warranty on the wood. So if they carve the wood and they carve into a big old knot or a branch, like this would definitely be a reject, then they send the carved stock back to the mill, and the mill ship them a replacement piece of wood. Isn't that nice? But and this was a pretty nicely figured piece of wood, actually. But that's what I found, is the really nice figure tends to throw bummers. And, you know, do you throw away that whole beautiful piece of wood when they're so rare and so expensive just because it had a big old knot in it someplace? In my opinion, no way. I have no fear of using a glass-filled epoxy filler, and it'll disappear. So anyway, gee, I wish I could just stay working on this for a couple hours, but if I don't go work my body, I won't be able to enjoy this as long as I want to. I want to be rock hopping well into my 80s. So I've been doing 2 miles a day on the treadmill, and now the weather's warming up. I'll start doing it in the morning around my local loop too. I'd like to get it to where I'm doing 2 miles in the morning, 2 miles in the afternoon, and then maybe I could take this extra 5 pounds of weight off. Sure helps to be light traipsing up and down the hills, going shooting and fishing. Okay, I'll be back when I'm back.